So it's time for us to talk about our health, and there's a very worrying condition out there. Many people don't seem to know about it. So we'll touch on it this morning. Joining me in studio is Dr. Yawo Mfojo. He's a sleep specialist, and the topic for discussion is obstructive sleep apnea. Good morning, Dr. Mfojo.
Good morning, madam, and good morning to your viewers.
Great. It sounds like a very big word, a very big disease, but I'm sure it's out there. People just don't know about it. Tell us something brief about obstructive sleep apnea.
I think you've chosen the long name rather. Let's also call it sleep-related breathing disorders or sleep-related. Now, very simply, as apnea means you stop breathing, right. Just a simple definition. And obstructive sleep apnea or sleep-related breathing disorder, simple things to look out for. People snore. People feel tired or feel sleepy and actually sleep. And if you relate it to some of the accidents we've been having on the roads, people just fall asleep behind the wheel. I remember there was one of the lawyers who came during the election petition time. He came in some amicus curios or something, some lawyer, and his colleagues were laughing at him that he was sleeping in court. And so then soon after we heard he had gone to see TB Joshua and he had been, but when he gave the narration, he had been falling asleep in traffic, etc. That was a straightforward obstructive or sleep-related breathing disorder. So snoring, feeling tired, feeling sleepy, obesity or being overweight. And for us guys, you know, that big pot belly in front of your tummy or in front of you that we think is some source of affluence or whatever. Sorry, guys. That's one of the things that pushes your diaphragm up when you fall asleep and actually impacts or affects your breathing when you sleep. So guys, please, that big belly in front of us, it's not supposed to be there. It's all very unhealthy. Yeah. Then also, something that's become very common, high blood pressure. So I'm sure you've discussed it. And the other day, somebody was mentioning as a silent killer. And in fact, in relation to sleep apnea, obstructive sleep apnea, hypertension and diabetes becomes an even bigger silent killer. So again, simple mnemonic or simple short form STOP, which is snoring, feeling tired, being obese, overweight. And for us guys, I mean, that's not to say it doesn't affect women, but for us guys, big tummy in front of you plus all the unnecessary fat, etc. Plus blood pressure issues. There's some other thing we call BANG, which is basically your body mass index, and I'm sure you must have heard about that, height over weight. And then also the association with sometimes anxiety symptoms, etc. But the most important thing is this, what do they call it? STOP, which is fairly easy to understand. And a lot of the times, if you can, when we ask you these basic questions and you get 2 out of 4, most likely you have actually sleep apnea. And again, sleep apnea, if you explain it very simply, it's almost like you are asleep and then you stop breathing. And what then happens is when breathing helps us replenish oxygen, and like if you're underwater, for example, you can't breathe, so you come out, you gasp for air, extra. So now when you do that so many times at night, what basically happens is that you are struggling to get oxygen or to breathe at night. So what then automatically happens is when you wake up in the morning, you're tired. And if you're tired, by all means, sleep is a normal, natural thing that we have to have. So you definitely fall asleep or you feel tired or you inappropriately during the day. And that's the danger. Where people then fall asleep behind the wheel, all kinds of things. Now, and again, when you listen to the things that we mentioned, snoring, which is very common, people feel tired, and again, just as another note of caution, all these use of energy drinks where people go and they say, oh, I'm feeling tired, I want an energy, and these energy drinks are just loaded with caffeine. That is also an indirect reflection of this problem. And then people are overweight, and then people have blood pressure issues. Yeah.
Anyway, so finally, let's ask, is there a solution to this? Can people get help?
Yes, there is a solution to it, and people can get help. Again, the simple basic things. Check your blood pressure. You've got to look at your weight issues. But it gets to a certain point where you need for it to be diagnosed properly, right. And then you need assistance with helping to breathe properly at night.
Right.
Yes.
Well, as simple as it sounds, I'm sure if you need more help, you go and look for Dr. Yaw Mfordjo. He is a sleep specialist, and we have been discussing obstructive sleep apnea or sleep-related breathing disorders. And that's all we have for you on health this morning.